They say you only lose someone once, but they're wrong. I lose you every morning when I wake up. I lose you every time I see a car that looks like yours. It's a cycle, losing you again. We said our goodbyes, the boxes are gone, but the ghost of your presence is still lingering on. I thought I was healing, I thought I was fine, until I saw your head writing on a note from last time. It hit like a tidal wave, fresh and so cold. The story is finished, but the pages won't fold. I'm losing you in the silence of this empty apartment. I'm losing you in the grocery store, every department. Every progress I make feels like a beautiful lie, because I'm still standing here watching you die. I'm losing you again, for the 1000th time. Like a mountain I'm forced to repeatedly climb. The wound starts to close, then I rip it apart. A permanent funeral inside of my heart. You're gone, but you're hearing the things that I do. I'm stuck in a loop of just losing you. I deleted your number, I blocked every feed, but my brain is a garden. Well, you're the only weed. I'll be mid-conversation, having a laugh, then a memory hits me like a jagged glass staff. I'm losing the way that you smell in the rain. I'm losing the sound of your voice, it's insane. I'm terrified of the day when I can't see your face, when the you in my head starts to leave every space. Is it better to forget or to live in the ache, when every step forward feels like a mistake? I saw someone who walked just like you today. For 3 seconds, I forgot we were over. And then the truth hit me all over again. That's the hardest part, the waking up. I'm losing you again, for the 1000th time. Like a mountain I'm forced to repeatedly climb. The wound starts to close, then I rip it apart. A permanent funeral inside of my heart. Again. And again. How many times do I have to say goodbye? Losing you. Almost, that's the most painful word in the language. We were so close to something real, but almost doesn't keep you warm at night. It just keeps you awake. We were a maybe that I turned into a must. Now I'm standing in a room full of almost dust. Almost stayed the night, almost said the words, almost flew away like two broken birds. I saw the future in the way you looked at me. A whole life together that was almost meant to be, but almost is a cliff where I'm hanging by a thread, replaying every actually stay. But almost wasn't enough to stop you walking away. We were the almost that almost wasn't it all. A beautiful rise before the longest fall. I'm haunted by the ghost of what we could have been. Trapped in the almost of a life I've never seen. It's the cruelest kind of heartbreak, the almost kind, leaving me with nothing but a fractured, lonely mind. I look at our photos, the ones we almost took, the unwritten chapters in our almost book. You almost reached for my hand at the light. We almost made it through that final frozen night. Now I'm almost okay, or at least that's what I tell the people who ask why I'm living in this shell. But the truth is, an almost is a permanent scar, a constant reminder of how close we really were and how far. I'm a shadow of a man who almost had it all. Now I'm just a name you almost didn't call. The beat drops out, replaced by a low, vibrating hum. You know what sucks? Almost is just another way of saying never. We almost made it, but we didn't. Heavy, depressing bass slams back in with thick reverb. It almost doesn't change a thing. We were the almost wasn't it all. A beautiful rise before the longest fall. I'm haunted by the ghost of what we could have been. Trapped in the almost of a life I've never seen. Oh, we were so close, but close is just a polite way of saying no. Almost wasn't.
Static sound, piano note fades into the rain.
Funny how we're right back where we started, but it feels like 1,000 miles away. Back to friends, right? That's what you said. I'm staring at the online status by your name, but the typing bubble never pops, it's not the same. Used to be good morning and I love you by the bed. Now it's awkward silence and the things we left unsaid. We're rewriting history, deleting every spark, trying to find the light while you leave me in the dark. You said we'd be okay, just a shift in the vibe. But how do I kill the part of me that's still alive? I'm stuck in the highlights, scrolling through the years while you're already miles ahead. Dry-eyed, no tears. Now we're going back to friends, back to strangers with the past. Built a house of gold just to watch it break like glass. You're a ghost in to friends, yeah. That's the lie we tell. But being just a friend is its own kind of hell. See, the hardest part isn't even losing you. It's pretending that I'm happy with the new version of us two. I gotta watch you smile at someone else across the street and act like my heart isn't skipping a bit of beat. How you been? I'm good, yeah, that's the script we play. While I'm dying to ask why you threw it all away. Every like on a photo feels like a punch to the chest. I'm a secondary character, I failed the final test. We went from forever to hope you're doing well. If this is moving on, then someone save me from this spell. Can we just stop the act? You can't unkiss me. You can't unlove me. You can't take back the nights we stayed up till 4. Going back to friends is just a polite way of saying I don't want you anymore. Now we're going back to friends, back to strangers with the past. Built a house of gold just to watch it break like glass. You're a ghost in my hallway, a shadow in my room. The silence is a garden where only heartaches bloom. Back to friends, just friends. I don't think I know how to do that. That's the word you used, like we were just passing time, like my heart wasn't on the line the whole time.
Yeah, check.
You call it casual like it's a light summer breeze, but I'm drowning in the ocean begging on my knees. No strings attached, that was the deal we made. But I tied my soul to yours and watch the colors fade. You're checking your phone while I'm checking my post, trying to find a reason why it feels so false. To you it's a Friday night, a drink and a laugh. To me it's a funeral for my better half. How do you sleep when you know what you've done? Turning to forever and it just having fun. It was never casual for me. It was everything. I gave you the crown. Now I'm just an empty king. You played it cool, was burning alive, just a casual ghost trying to survive. Don't get attached, yeah, that's what you said. Now I'm casually dying in this empty bed. You walk in the room and you act like we're cool, making me look like a desperate fool. A text at 2 a.m. You up, come over, but you never want me when you're actually sober. I'm a placeholder, a gap in your schedule, while my love for you is something ethical, something spiritual. But to you I'm just a vibe, a phase, a mood, while I'm starving for the love that you're using as food. Delete the photos now, I'll just stare at the screen, at the casual moments that meant the world to me. Is that all I was? A temporary fix, a bandage for your boredom. You didn't just break my heart, you made me feel like it wasn't even worth breaking. Just casual. It was never casual for me. It was everything. I gave you the crown. Now I'm just an empty king. You played it cool while I was burning alive. Just a casual ghost trying to survive. Don't get attached, so that's what you said. Now I'm casually dying in this empty bed. Just a thing we did, right? Nothing serious. I guess I'm the only one who felt the sting. Casual. Static silence. Everything's moving so fast, but I'm just stuck, staring out the window at a life I don't recognize. Motion sickness from a heart that can't find its balance. The world is spinning, but I'm standing perfectly still, watching you move on with a terrifying will. You're in the fast lane, blurring into the gray, while I'm paralyzed in the driveway of yesterday. Every time I close my eyes, I feel the ground shake, a dizzying reminder of the promise you didn't break, because you didn't even stay long enough to make one. Now I'm nauseous from the void, from being the forsaken one. I look at the horizon and I see a new life, a sharp moving target that cuts like a knife. I got motion sickness from watching you leave, a heavy hollow pressure every time I try to breathe. The room starts spinning when I hear your name, a vertigo of sorrow, a never-ending game. You're moving forward, I'm falling behind, lost in a static of a dizzy, broken mind. I tried to walk away, but the sidewalk felt like sand. I reached for the wall, but I couldn't find a hand. Is it supposed to feel like the floor is dropping out? A constant state or maybe a permanent doubt. I see you in the rear view, getting smaller by the mile, while I'm crashing into memories of your crooked smile. It's the whiplash of the breakup, the us to the me, a sudden stop that sent me through the glass. Can't you see? I'm bruised from the impact of a love that didn't stop. It just drove off the cliff and left me to fall. Do you feel it too? That sinking feeling in your stomach? Or are you just enjoying the view from the driver's seat? I can't find my center, because my center was you. I got motion sickness from watching you leave, a heavy hollow pressure every time I try to breathe. The room starts spinning when I hear your name. sickness. Motion sickness. We never had a label, so why does it feel like a divorce? You didn't leave, no, you just stopped existing. A ghost of a maybe, yeah. We were something, but we were nothing at the same time. A beautiful disaster, a victimless crime. No official date, no anniversary to keep, but you're the only reason that I can't even sleep. I'm haunting on messages, scrolling to the top, waiting for the bubble that I know is gonna stop. You didn't have to break up, cause we weren't even us, but you left me in the ashes and the casual dust. How do I mourn someone who was never really mine? A situationship ghost, crossing every line. You're a situationship ghost, a shadow in the hall. I'm reaching for a hand that was never there at all. No goodbye, no closure, just a slow cold fade. I'm a prisoner of the promises we never actually made. Ghosting in the almost, dying in the barely. I loved you completely, you loved me rarely. I see you're active, I see you posting life is great, while I'm stuck in the liminal space of our final day. Was I just a vibe for when you felt a little low? A temporary stop where you didn't have to grow? I'm grieving a future that only I could see, a whole life together that was only real to me. You're a ghost now, but you still haunt my bed, repeating every meaningless thing that you said. I like you, I miss you, let's see where this goes. Well, it went to a graveyard that nobody knows. That's the trick, isn't it? If it wasn't real, then I'm not allowed to hurt, right? But if it wasn't real, why am I breaking? You're a situationship ghost, a shadow in the hall. I'm reaching for a hand that was never there at all. No goodbye, no closure, just a slow cold fade. I'm a prisoner of the promises we never actually made. Just a ghost, and almost that turned into never. I'm still here, but you're already gone. It's crazy how you can know someone's soul, and then one day you don't even know their phone number. From everything to who are you? Somebody that I used to know. Yeah. I passed your house today, saw a different car. It hit me like a physical blow, a brand new scar. We used to own those streets, every corner, every light. Now I'm a ghost haunting the memories of our nights. Your favorite hoodie is still sitting on my chair, but the scent is fading out like you were never there. I went to text you a joke, then I I caught my breath, realizing that I suffered a silent death. You're a stranger with all my secrets in your head, a living memory of the words we never said. Now you're just somebody that I used to know, a face in the crowd, a shadow in the snow. We shared a heartbeat, now we don't even share a high. I'm watching the version of us slowly rear and die. Just a name on a screen, a story I can't tell. Somebody I love, now a stranger in hell. How do we go from I can't breathe without you to I hope I don't run into you at the venue? You know my coffee order, you know my deepest fears, but now we're separated by a million miles of tears. I see you posted a photo, you're smiling, you look fine, like you didn't spend 3 years being completely mine. Is it that easy to just hit delete and reset, to turn a soulmate into someone you haven't met? I'm stuck in the used to, you're living in the now. I'd ask how you did it, but I don't even know you. How? I saw your mom at the store. She looked away. That's when it really hit. I'm not just losing you, I'm being erased from the whole story. I'm just